Hello and welcome into Sorare with Laird. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joined on this Wednesday by Harry Trades, not Tuesday. Is this back-to-back weeks on Wednesdays? Or did we have a Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Um, yeah, maybe Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. Genuinely,
Yeah,
weeks are just
they're all a
flying
blur at
by.
this point. Happy Wednesday to everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Harry was nice enough to move our regular Tuesday to Wednesday because I was streaming with Tolga yesterday, all about Sorare sets or set. I feel like they keep saying set, and I'm like, but they're more than one at some point.
Mm.
But maybe it's just because there's one winter set. Anyway, Harry, did you have any like snap thoughts about Sorare set, or were you like, oh, it's not a real scarcity, so I'm just no, not gonna play it.
Yeah, it's more the latter, honestly. Like I watched a little bit of the stream, not enough to like know anything, if I'm being honest. I did read when it came up on Sora, like the notification, I could either read more or watch you, Laird. That was my choice. I chose read more that time, and I did I read it all? I know. I think I skimmed it, but genuinely, like if you asked me right now to like write a test about it, like what would my score be? It'd be really low. Like I wouldn't be able to like recite 10% of maybe what I read. All I
Wow.
know is it's not a common scarcity and it's not a pro scarcity. So
You're
somewhere in the
absolutely
middle.
right. You got
Yes,
the whole.
okay.
You got it. You
There's
got
my 10%. I reckon that's all I know. So if you want to enlighten me on anything else, that would be great. Um, but yeah, for me, like I don't have much interest in it in general. Like I've seen the chat there. Is it even for sort of pro managers? I guess that's the whole point of the show. But yeah, in theory, I don't think it is. But I'm sure people will play it. As we know, people play the common mode and they play pro. So
I think Sorare Pro players. Excuse me, and
hmm
I think I said this to Tolga yesterday. Maybe it wasn't actually while we were streaming, but it's funny to refer to people as Sorare Pro players because it means that they are playing Sorare Pro, not that they're like professional Sorare
professional.
players, but
Yeah,
it does feel like they're getting a little more credit than they than
yeah.
we deserve. I'll put myself in there. But we'll explain it a little bit because I think there are some people like you who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. And maybe this is the only time we ever talk about it, but
Maybe.
this is what we're going to talk about today. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming in. Fraxy said, "Good day, gentlemen and gentlewomen," which is really funny that the idea that there's any women watching this. But anyway, Soraburo and Andreas on the podium with Fraxy. Congratulations to you three. Halligan said, "Sounds awesome, especially for the World Cup." That's right, Harry. This is going to be the main World Cup game.
Interesting. Did they mention that in the thing, or was it told they did?
Not in the blog, but
Yeah, I
Tolga
didn't
said it
think so.
over and over again that
Okay.
this is
Okay.
going to be the World Cup game.
Wow.
But there's basically going to be this iteration of it and then another one. And they're going to take the feedback from the first one into the second one and then feedback into the second one to make the perfect World Cup game.
World Cup. Okay, so the World Cup's like the third version, basically.
The
Okay.
third board, if you will.
Third board. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Looking for Food says, "Do pro managers actually know what Sorare Set is?" Some do, because
Some
there
do.
are plenty of people in my Discord talking about it. Are they talking
Hmm.
about it in yours?
No.
Great. I wonder what the level, whether that means they're more pro. Probably. Probably. Although there are plenty who
Yeah,
are in there
maybe.
both. But anyway, Mikey Basson, what's up? Is it relevant to pro managers thing? I think it is. So Pico player, pro managers are people who play Sorare Pro, meaning limited, rare, super rare, and unique. Tulga did keep saying the term limited plus, which meant
Did
just
he?
like people who play limited and above.
And rare, and then anything
Yeah.
above. Yeah,
And there were a couple of people who were
yeah.
like, whoa, 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 whoa. Limited, what? Are we finally? No, we're not.
We're back.
Yeah. Mike Basson said, pro
Anyone.
managers is anyone who's traded with Pavel. That's a good one. Um, anyway, Ede said, "A chance to win things for free. What's not to like?" Um, I mean, you know. Don said it all depends on the percentages of the packs. I imagine it'll be very hard to build a decent team without spending gems money. So I'll get to that in a second. Surface, what's up? Appreciate you coming in. Game seems good. Name not so much. I bet Harry hates it.
You're not wrong, Chris.
Anyway, sounds more like so rare tennis game. Read
Oh,
bad.
like sets, yeah.
What's that?
Like sets as in
Oh,
like in
that's
tennis.
okay. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, um, I was gonna. There was a comment before that I was like, "Oh, I'll get to that," or let me discuss that. And I was gonna. Oh, here it is. So there was the whole conversation. I'm going back to Don's question or Don's point about how good of a team you can get without spending gems. So we were like 10 minutes into the stream yesterday, me and Togo talking about this. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. It's not a common scarcity, but it's unlimited potential. Like they could have unlimited cards. There's no limit on the number of cards. So they're unlimited cards, but they're not common cards.
Okay.
And so it wasn't until 10 or 15 minutes in that I was like, how do you spend money on this? Because like in the current common game, you don't spend money. Except you do. You spend it by buying these gems. And these gems allow you to get more packs.
Okay.
And I'm
like
guessing
instant
that
access to a pack, basically. Like,
yeah. So I'm guessing the reason that you can't just buy packs is because that becomes gambling. But like if you buy gems and use gems on packs, it feels very much like football.fun that like you have to win tournament points and those become packs. You don't just win packs because we all know that's gambling. And this is not gambling. And so we got to that point. I was like, so wait, people are going to buy these gems to get packs, effectively buying packs. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I get it now. And I feel like so many Sorare Pro managers are sitting there like no one would ever spend money for common cards. And they're just wrong. Like we wouldn't, but there are plenty of people out there that would spend money on common cards because as Ricomon said, it's the same thing as FIFA.
It is.
And we're getting to the point now where after years of effectively making fun of people who played FIFA and spent money on it because you lose everything at the end, that's our game now.
And not only is it a yearly thing, it's a 2 months thing.
2 months. 2 months, that's right.
Do we think that's going to be a thing? Like, let's say, Sorare 27 comes around. Is it going to be a 2-month thing? Is sets going to be a 2-month thing beyond there, or is that like a yearly thing then? Or we don't know. It doesn't matter.
No, I think they will continuously, like it'll
sets?
be every
like
2
literally.
months. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think I think that the hope is that they offer this forever because it was so successful.
Interesting.
Like they won't keep it going if nobody does it. And as Ricomon said, if you can win $1,000, people will spend. Now, and Ede said, I would consider buying gems if close to the top end streak. So the biggest difference, Harry, is basically like you can't buy Mbappe. You can buy packs that like you can buy packs that he should be in or could be in, but like you're not buying players.
Right.
And I think the way that Tolga kind of explained it was if you want to come into the game and play and have an Mbappe in the game, like you got to spend $250 on Mbappe. I actually have no idea what a limited Mbappe costs.
Probably something like in that range for sure. I'm going to say 200, just a little flat number.
Let's see. The floor right now
is £193.
$263 was the last.
Classic's a lot cheaper though. 110.
Oh, classic, yeah.
You're right. It's probably what 140,
last one,
150?
175.
175, okay.
But it was also 140. What is going on here? It was 140, but then also and then 175. I'll just pull it up on screen so we can look at it. This chart here. I wonder why that one was so much higher. 175, 136, literally yesterday.
There's a jump.
I don't know, whatever. And it was basically, if you want to come in and have an Mbappe, you can't. Like if you wanted, if you had $50, like you can't. And so the way that it works is that it allows you to potentially get an Mbappe for $20 because you're just buying gems to get packs and whatever. But you get the $150 Mbappe forever and not just 2 months. Sure. But again, if you have $100, getting $150 Mbappe is A, not possible, and B, you still need 6 other cards for one lineup. So I think it was just this idea of there are people who want to spend on the game. They just don't want to buy cards that are very expensive, and they don't want to come in and have to buy some guys they've never heard of from the Jupiler League or from anywhere else. Yeah.
No, I do kind of get that point, but I think it's quite like narrow-minded. I don't know whether that's the right word for this, but like just to say like, oh, you have to have $200 for Mbappe, so come and play the gem game. Whereas like we all know that like you don't need Mbappe, right? Like, I
agree.
I think
totally
that's missing
agree
the
with
point
that.
a little bit,
I agree with that, but also if you're the biggest Real Madrid fan in the world and you just don't have a lot of money to spend on a bunch of Real Madrid limited cards, they want an opportunity for you to play their game and get La Liga cards.
Yeah. At a fraction. No,
Right.
I do get that. The issue with me is with the whole like it's the same as FIFA is the fact that like there's no alternative with FIFA. You either do that or you don't play the game. Whereas the alternative here is like we've already had the alternative is play limited and above. Let's not call it an alternative, but just like whatever. Like it's not the same because clearly one requires you to spend 200 on Mbappe, the other one's like buying gems, right? Is what we've said, but like that's already existed is the issue. So we're now like bringing in this thing below it and go like everyone play the new shiny thing down below here, but we've already had this, sort of, 5-6 years worth of the game. Whereas like FIFA's always been Ultimate Team. You've always had to buy FIFA points to play Ultimate Team, if that makes sense. So like, yeah, the gems part is the same, let's call it, as FIFA Ultimate Team, but introducing it 5 years later, am I to say that, Sorare Pro managers aren't, for the most part, let's just call it 90%, probably shouldn't play. I say shouldn't, probably won't play it because they're going to want to buy limited cards to better their limited gallery, aren't they? Or their rare cards to better their rare gallery. Like, I just don't see the opportunity cost. Or I think the opportunity cost of not buying the rare or limited card that you might want for a Streak 4 in the real game, in Pro, compared to just, gambling on gems. I just don't think it's for us, which it might be for people, like you said, the person that's a big Real Madrid fan coming into the game. Fine, I kind of get that. But I don't think, like, do you think Sorare think or hope that, like, a good percentage of Sorare Pro managers are going to want to play this? What would your, like, you don't? No? It's guaranteed, like, they don't care whether we play it or not, basically. Okay.
I think there is very little expectation that. Well, actually, let me change that. I think they do expect some pro managers to play the game.
Fine.
I think that the expectations of pro managers who will pay for gems is significantly lower.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of people who play pro and play the current common game and play it and grind it. Like Andreas is the one I always go back to, but like Andreas plays common and he also wins thousands of dollars every game week in using rare, like in rare competitions.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of people will play it. I don't know how many people will pay to play it, but I do think that there are people who don't play Sorare right now who would look at that game, the new game, Sorare Set, and be like, yeah, I will spend $20 on that.
Maybe. I just don't see how, like, I'm not going to say like Sorare's marketing have never worked, but let's just call it like it's probably never worked to the degree we want it to work, as existing players, if we're being honest, right? We're not mainstream. Might never be, but like I don't think we're anywhere near that, to be completely honest. So then I come back to like, this game might be good, but if you don't market it right, I know this is like a different sort of realm we're getting into now. It's about marketing the game, not the actual mechanics of the game. But I don't know how easy this game is to like market, if that makes sense. Like, why will my friends, None of my best friends play Sorare, okay, in real life. Like my high school friend I went to school with, some of them have dabbled in it in the previous years, just through influence and just me sort of mentioning it 24/7. But like none of them have stuck to it. Sorry. Like what's gonna come out of this game from the game perspective and the marketing perspective to where like they're gonna want to play this game. Like the normal player that loves football, plays it every weekend themselves, gambles on it every weekend. Like, what is gonna entice this type of person to come? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that person exists. Because if that person exists, he's gonna come in and play limited because he's probably got a little bit of money if he's 18 or above. I just don't know who it targets, really.
I think there are way more people. I think there are way more people than you're giving credit to that are 18 and above, but don't want to spend hundreds on limited cards and play with the best players. But I think to answer your question, I think the huge marketing push comes at the World Cup. Like this version of it, this Sorare 26 winter set and whatever they call the next one, the Easter set, are the beta versions of the game so that they can launch like a great World Cup game that's free to play and you can pay to get better at it. Kind of like that.
Right. Now, yeah, I'd love that to be the case. I'd love it to be in a stage where, like we said, 3 iterations down the line, the World Cup comes around and it is in a good spot to, where it makes sense to market. It just seems too mobile. Like, I know this is probably the reason why they want it to exist, but like it seems too mobile gamey to me. And I feel like I wouldn't know, I don't know the stats, so this is just me spitballing, but I'd like to think, it's a little bit more sort of kiddie based than not. Meaning like, 10 to 16 type of thing. Like that sort of age range are iPad kids, and like this, well, obviously I guess you can't, can you play it? I don't know what the rules are. Are you allowed to play this new game if you're under 18?
I assume not, but I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Because like, I could see you getting people like that involved, but I don't know whether that's the target audience, to be honest. I don't know.
Streams from a room here said, I look at this completely different than, and this is the Sorare mobile game compared to the main game, a bit like FIFA Mobile or FM Mobile, the smaller condensed version of the main game.
Yeah, I've played the mobile version of FIFA where you collect packs, and like I know like a couple of my friends are. I've got one friend that like was addicted just to opening packs constantly and like that game loop of collecting cards and accomplishing things. Like I'm not saying it won't sort of like suck certain people in. I just don't know if there's enough of them. But I don't know. Who am I to sort of suggest that?
I'm guessing just the World Cup brings people out of the weeds and say like, oh, that looks fun. I'll try that. And
I just don't know where they're going to market it for that to happen is my issue. You know what I'm saying?
No, they'll just call Nellis and have him do a FOTMob Sorare ad, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Maybe. So Mike brings up this other thing. They're not all common cards. Well, they're not common cards at all. Well, they are, but there's some that aren't, but only on when the mini game ends, maybe depending on how many are unpacked. So he's saying this. So there are within the packs, every so often there's a special edition card that you can sell.
Can sell?
Yeah. So there's special edition cards that after the board ends, they're NFTs and you can sell them. They have absolutely zero utility.
Oh.
But they look really cool and you can sell them.
So they're National Series cards, effectively.
Yes. So
they have no in-game utility, but you can sell them.
And it's possible that some players like only get one.
Right.
So there would be like
in their packs.
Like there would be like this Sorare winter set. There could be one special edition Mbappe, and like that's it. It's unique.
Okay, so there's only going to be one fun Mbappe in that 2-month period. Is that basically what you're saying?
There could be, yes.
Right.
And it's not guaranteed. Like some players will have none. Some could have 6. You don't know until the board closes.
Is it like rolling? Like how does the game work? Is it rolling locks? Like how does the streaks work? We
have no idea.
Amazing.
It's common though, so I assume rolling locks and all the good stuff.
Right. Yeah.
There is zero. So if I told you there are no DNPs in Sorare Set,
yeah, I'm selling up and I'm playing it.
Bring on the gems.
I can't wait.
We found it. There it is. Anyway, so the other thing is when you're going for a streak,
Yeah.
you get 4 shots at each level. So you make your lineup to score whatever points. It doesn't make it. You get 3 other chances to make that level.
In the same game week? How does that work?
Oh, Harry.
There
There are
is no
no
game
game
weeks, let me
weeks here.
guess. Yeah.
Here it is. So like if you score 280 with a lineup, you go to the next level.
Right.
You score 310 with your first lineup. You can go to a second lineup or another entry.
You
and
stay
score
there, basically.
330. You go up to the next one, and you get 4 chances there too.
Right. When you say 4 chances, like you can only input one lineup, is that what you're saying?
So you can do 1 lineup or 4 lineups at the same time, however you want.
Right, if you've got enough cards or whatever.
Right. What happens if I spend 200 on gems to get this sets Mbappe, or is buying packs with gems guaranteeing the Mbappe? There's no guaranteeing any player. All packs.
No.
Halligan brings up this good point. So the top streak to win $1,000 is 480 points. There's no XP, no season bonus, and we have no idea what the captain is.
Like this is raw dog central, basically.
So there's collection bonus.
Oh, okay.
So, but like 5% is the most you're going to get.
So that you've got like pants and socks on, like you're not fully dressed.
I would say you're wearing shoes and socks.
Wow. Okay. That's a bit more bare than pants and socks. Yeah.
Maybe
Wow,
shirt,
okay.
maybe a t-shirt and socks. Whatever it is, you're really freaking exposed.
You're cold, basically. And you're not leaving the house. So what's the average there? 480 divided by 5. It's like 89 point. I don't know, 80 something points. Yeah.
But we got a captain, and you got
Okay.
but
50%.
I don't know if it's 50% captain or not. I assume
Got
so,
you.
but Fraxi said it's also a speed run to make the player quit. Say he spends his money, doesn't win, and doesn't even get the classic utility, they will never spend again. So I could not disagree with this anymore. Nobody is a new player coming into this, like looking at this game and saying, I want to play that, and has any idea what classic utility means. Nobody cares. We told you yesterday, I think they were banking on the crazy card designs are going to pull people in.
I just don't know if that does it. I don't know. Like I get it with physical cards. Like I like the look of physical, crazy looking cards, right? They're physical, but it's a big transition to what, like, just for some random guy that's never heard about Sorare, just to be obsessed with these cool looking digital. I don't know. I think it's a massive jump. I really do.
Ede also says you can win gems, so you don't have to spend.
Right.
I like this question from Holty. Has anyone in chat ever bought gems before? Joust says the common game has already given me 175 euros in market credits from streaks and completed collections. With cash prizes, players may be tempted to spend money to complete streaks.
But there's no market credits anymore, right? After.
Nope. Mike said we need to test this by getting Alistair to see if it brings Simon back in the original Sorare Down Under team reforms.
Yeah, that is the test. If he comes back, if he's drawn back in, then we have a winner.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Have you ever bought Sorare gems? That was just there's a poll now for anybody on YouTube.
Like Sorare Gen. No, I don't think I have.
Do you play the common game at all?
I tinkered with it once, maybe, but no, I'm really not into it.
Bhab said, I think there's pieces of sets to carve up and repurpose in different ways in the future. 1, onboarding. 2, common card revenue. 3, revenue outside of min counts. And 4, World Cup game mode. Bhab basically predicted this months ago.
Yeah, he called it like a placement scarcity or something. Yeah,
absolutely nailed it. So Bhab, if you just want to tell us what happens next, that would be just easier, I guess. Let's see.
Yeah, Daniel Cooper. I get people play Ultimate Team, right? But they can play with the players in the game. There's not, this is fantasy football. It's a different it's a different kettle of fish. Sadly, I'm not having it that we can compare Sorare to FIFA because you can play with it. Like people like competing against someone else, 1v1 in a game with the players they've packed. That doesn't exist in this game. You have to worry about, people getting pregnant and fucking illnesses. Like it's just not the same at all. Sadly.
Which comment was that to?
Daniel says Ultimate Team is just paying for packs with a chance of getting digital cool. But they get to play the cards. That's the big thing. If you couldn't play them in Ultimate Team, not many people are looking to pack them.
I love this. 90% of people hate FIFA.
That's true.
You need to get BHAB and MPen on together, and then we can all plan our Sorare futures with confidence. Quinny said, I bought 10 pounds worth of gems to make a video. I don't remember anything about it. If we get dynamic pictures like FC, that would help people go crazy over them. How hard do we think the money streaks will be? Think they will be near impossible to hit.
Incredibly hard.
A free-to-play game offering $1,000 at the top cannot be easy.
No, I know. No.
And Hatlingen, you are correct. Not every player gets special edition cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no... Duji said official World Cup fantasy game always gets at least a few million people. They sign up. I can't imagine anyone continues to play. I mean, obviously they do, but
yeah. I mean, I hope it's in a good place for the World Cup to come up. Come in like. But then it's the same thing. Like, if Wales make the World Cup, we don't have every player minted. How's that going to work?
Maybe they will.
They'll just mint them.
Yeah, with like no picture. What they did with Rivals.
Like placeholder cards and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. I don't see myself playing it, which from their perspective is perfectly fine. Like I'm not supposed to play it. It's not.
Well,
sorry, it's not all about the grand. I'd be made up winning $100 for the 5th streak. I mean, 440 with no bonuses is really hard too.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm having a hard enough time hitting streaks in the real game. Like I don't think I need another pain point. To be honest, but I'm sure I'll play it. I don't know whether I'll like spend money on gems, if I'm being honest, because again, just opportunity cost. I just don't think I don't know the price from whatever, but I just don't think it'll make too much sense for me playing, like most of us who play the game. But yeah, I'm sure it will target someone. I just don't know if we're gonna like actually find those somebodies in the wilderness. I just don't know if they get drawn in enough. I really don't know. That it might be cool, but I just don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be marketed correctly to where like people do want to play it. Like, what is that? Is it card designs? Is it the fact that you can win $1,000 with no money? Like, I don't know what the carrot is. There's multiple carrots, maybe.
Harry, let me add something I forgot. So $1,000 is the top prize for the streaks.
Mm-hmm.
You can win it unlimited times.
And there's 6 streaks, not 5.
Yes.
Wow. So if I hit 480, am I still on 488? Like, I have to go back to the start?
No, yeah, you start. Come on, come on.
Well, you were giving me 4 chances on each level.
I think if somebody said to you, there's a World Cup game that is free to play that rewards $1,000 if you pick the right players in a streak. Surely you're like, I'm listening.
Are you ready for my pushback? Remember the global club? The global, yeah. I think I got a couple of my friends in on that. The prizes were crazy the one year, or was it wasn't it? The World Cup prizes were nuts the one year.
Was that where you could meet Zidane? That was Euros.
Yeah.
That was Euros. I don't remember the global club.
I'm sure the global cup was like I say insane. It was better than just $1,000 somewhere, you know, like way better. I'm sure it was. Like there was jerseys flying around everywhere, you know, and I couldn't even get my friends to sign up for that then. And I went to the World Cup. I was in the stadium for the games at the World Cup alongside all my best friends, you know,
Harry, I
and they
found the
couldn't even sign
blog.
up. Oh, wow. This is amazing.
Let's see what we got.
What a time. World was so different back then.
Do you think Nellis is in this video?
I can't remember this video, you know. I'm going to go with no.
Hold on, I'm just going to
I think
skip
this is
through.
a little bit early. I could be wrong though.
Look at us building our five-a-sides.
Yeah, this looks so old now, doesn't it? Oh my God.
Oh, do we know any of these people? Hold on.
Yeah, you
Let's
won
see
like
that
$4
leaderboard.
grand for the top prize.
Star limited. Three ETH.
Yeah, that's like 50 grand right now. This is what I'm saying. I couldn't even get my friends to sign up. There we go. Yeah, it's one of. There's definitely like a lead thing. Because I
Oh,
made a video on
here
it.
we go.
Click the X on the right. Oh, here we go. Wow. Yes, there was like
Look,
private leagues. There was
Zidane, yeah.
yeah.
Good times. Anyway,
It'll probably be down here now. There was definitely what a time. Here we go. 6 ETH. 20 grand right now. And
17
that's
ETH for the
17
overall
down there.
leaderboard.
VIP ticket, signed jerseys down to 100th place. And you're trying to tell me that one person may be winning $1,000 if they
No,
hit
no, no,
480 points.
no. VIP tickets, 10th place. 10th place.
No, I'm just saying now there's $1,000 on offer for somebody that can hit 480 points with no XP, no blah blah blah, no blah blah blah. You're telling me that that's more intriguing than this? Come on now.
So this what we're looking at now is not the World Cup prize pool.
Right. But like, if we're comparing game modes, fucking Sorare Sets and this, you cannot tell me the Sorare Set sounds more intriguing than that thing there.
I don't think it's an appropriate comparison.
I guarantee you they won't be putting as much sort of money behind the leaderboards as last time, put it that way.
Nothing stopping them to do much more.
Nothing is stopping them apart from
Nothing.
everything.
They are unstoppable.
They are unstoppable. What a company. It's just unbelievable.
The other thing is with the streaks, and I was saying like you can do it over and over again. So if you have enough players, like once your streak, if you hit the streak, like you just move on that day. You don't have to wait for the game week to end.
Okay.
There's basically like no game weeks. It's just
Like quick play, kind of, where you can
exactly
have a
like
player,
that.
player at 9 and
Yep.
the no game week thing's pretty interesting. Like that does open things up. Like I'm glad they're doing that for sure, because otherwise it just becomes a bit of a kerfuffle, doesn't it? Yeah.
And they are doing it with MLB and NBA apparently. Do you think that has any more traction within those markets? Like, is this something likely to attract more DFS players in? No. No. I don't think the DFS players are interested enough in Sorare.
So then my next question is, if this is an onboarding tool, meaning going from set to the real game, is that the goal? I don't know what Tolga said.
So the
answer is yes, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Obviously the answer is yes. But
Right.
I think that the reason why I hesitated on that is because something I said yesterday to Tolga was the primary and secondary markets in Sorare Pro are such a big part of the game that you just can't emulate with a free-to-play game. Like it's just totally different.
Yeah.
And so everyone is always like, oh, this is nothing like Sorare Pro. And
Like
and
Rivals was, and like, yeah, all of
but
them.
even I felt like I was arguing with people that I actually thought Rivals did mirror the game, at least how to play it.
Yeah,
And
fine.
what he was saying is there are certain parts of this game that it's like teaching people how to prioritize lineups, how to build collections, how to do that stuff that is like the foundation of playing Sorare Pro. That once you move up, you're just like, oh, I know what a collection bonus is. I know what a hot streak is. I know what they understand the concept of quick play. That it was almost, and he didn't say this, but it does feel like they've gotten to the point now where building a free-to-play game that emulates the pro game is just impossible.
Impossible.
And so instead, make a fun game where people are like, oh, that Sorare game is fun. Oh, I can now buy these bigger cards and get bigger prizes. And by the time you get there, after you played set for a while, you kind of like at least understand how it works instead of just jumping right into pro.
For sure. The way I'm looking at it is if they do stick with this 2-month sort of like thing, I think that actually works really well in the sense of like, yeah, we do find this random guy on the street that loves these digital shiny cards and whatever, right? He starts playing sets for 2 months. He, sort of learns his trade a little bit. And then he has a decision, right? At the end of that 2 months, depending on when, what part of the season we're in, but let's just call it the start of the season, start of Sorare 27. He plays it for 2 months. We're in September, whatever. He either plays sets again for another 2 months if he doesn't feel ready, or he maybe jumps into the real game. I wonder if like that's kind of where you're like sort of not forced, but like given the chance or the chance to do basically like after the sets finish, it's like, okay, do you want to jump into our real game or do you want to just play sets again? Like I wonder if there's like a link, if that makes sense, after the set is done.
So I think that they are likely perfectly fine with people playing sets forever.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but there's 3 options: either stop playing, play sets, or play the real game. Right? Those are the 3 options. You want 2 of those 3 effectively.
Sure.
And yeah, you are probably right. Yeah, they are probably quite happy for people just to play that. But I'm sure the sort of the end goal probably like unless. Yeah, if the only revenue stream is these gems, which I'm not saying won't work, but you want somebody playing it all, really, don't you? You want to maximize revenue, right?
So that's what I was going to say. I think that there's a decent chance that if you're somebody who really liked who did the sets,
yeah,
and then played the real game, that you would continue playing sets because like that's a game that you like.
Do you keep your cards after the 2 months?
Yes.
How?
Because they just become your common cards.
Right. Okay. So you don't have to spend more after the 2 months is done, if that makes sense.
You don't. Although there was this funny thing from Tolga that he was saying. So after the 2 months, a new set starts. So it's a brand new card design, and maybe the game's the same. I don't even know. But so your original set basically becomes your classic card. Like it's a classic common card.
Got you. So you can still play one of them in the comp? No?
Not in the new one, no.
Wow. So they're just National Series cards.
No, you fuck off on that one, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you do have to spend again, effectively. In quotation marks.
You can play for free as much as you want. You can grind.
You can be a loser for free. Yeah, of course. That's fine, but okay.
But he was saying you can spend, so it all basically works on Common Essence, which I'm guessing they're going to have to rebrand. But like you can use Essence to buy like the old, like cards? If you like an old set pack, like if you wanted to like finish a collection, because they were like people really like finishing collections.
Fine.
And it's like, yep.
They do when there's market credits at the end. They don't give a fuck otherwise.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm sorry, come on.
Maybe. Brad Craig said, I don't believe for a second they came up with this game with new users in mind. Not enough current users were wasting money on gems for the common game, so they had to dangle $1,000 credit. I think it's both. I think the $1,000 carrot is for both people who are currently playing the common game and for new people. Mm-hmm. Mike was saying Tolga was pushing the collectibles part pretty big, which
is ironic because in the real game you don't get anything good for completing collections. Let's just be real.
Yeah, no, you don't get anything extra,
right? Yeah,
nothing.
Yeah.
Andrea said mobile games are growing at an insane rate. It's the fastest growing sector of games, and I think there are more money spent on mobile than on regular games. I don't know if it succeeds, but it does make sense.
Right, but tell me the demographic of those fastest growing people. I can guarantee you there's a lot of kids involved in there. There's no way you're going to convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Every 3-year-old or above has an iPad, if you know.
Yeah.
Most kids, sadly.
Rikoman, I think the first 2 iterations are going to be 2 months, and then there will be a World Cup one. Like,
right.
Robert Kramer said, with those NFTs that Laird mentioned, I think they could have huge potential if Sorare work with Tops, for example. Imagine getting those one-of-one cards as a real trading card, Sorare edition.
If that ever happened, yeah, there is a lot of interesting stuff from that. Base like IP and stuff. It gets all a bit weedy, doesn't it?
ZM Star said, I'm glad you have a show topic, but next year we will be on Common Game 27 with new rules, and you will have to do another show and you will have another show to do. They never settle on a game mode or tweak it; they scrap it. So 2 things there. One, yeah, I mean, doing another show, that's literally what we do. So thank you for them for that. But I think they scrap other game modes because they don't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's no reason to, like, they have way more data than we do. And if they're doing these games as an onboarding and it's not working, there's no reason to keep going on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a very big difference between tweaking a game that will then make it very popular or starting a new game.
Yeah.
If people pay money for gems consistently, it's another revenue stream throughout the year, potentially. I think that's the idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a constant little sort of trickle. But I wonder how much it actually makes. That'd be interesting to know. Like when it's fully sort of up and running.
I'm struggling to see people do that after they realize the cash streaks are incredibly hard. I think there will be plenty of people who buy gems to chase it, though. They're also like other missions and all this stuff. Like there's way more than just the streaks. I think people that play pro have a really hard time seeing that there are an awful lot of people who play free-to-play games for nothing but something to do, and they occasionally spend $10 on that game. That, Daniel, I think that hits it right on the head.
It does, but how many of those $10 do you really like? How many people do you need playing it? You need a lot of people playing it to spend $10. Let's just be real.
Fair.
You know, the number of people then multiplies exponentially. Like, so I can afford to have us, you know, thousands of us playing, like in the 1 to 10,000 category, or 1 to 20,000. You know, that's how many people probably play.
It's 5 million. There are 5 million Sorare users.
It's going to be 50 million when this mobile game comes out, apparently. But, you know, you need that number to like add a couple of zeros at the minimum, right, to spend a tenner. Like, you just do.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I hope they do. Like, I really hope they do.
Yeah, it's basically a small percentage of the total users are going to be the ones that pay for it.
Right.
And so the only way you make money is you have a big number to start. And so
it's like YouTube views. It's like us and, you know, it's like doing shorts and fucking long form content. Shorts, you're going to get zillions of views, but the amount of money you make from them are just way less. I had 1 million views once on a short. You make way less than like a couple thousand views on a long form.
Yep.
It's just how it works.
Yep. Shorts suck anyway. Surfer said, well, it's fun to speculate on how good or bad this might be. We really need to just be patient and see. Rivals was bad pre-launch, before it was good, before it was then bad again, and then gone. So the funny thing about that, Surface, and I totally agree with you, but like the Rivals game didn't change much. It was just like, they were like, here's a free-to-play game, and we're like, eh. And they're like, hey, you can win star cards in it. And we were like, this game fucking rocks. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, wait, no, that we gave out too much. Now you can't win anything. And we're like, this game is bad. The game itself was the same.
Yeah.
You can add like the whole,
changed.
Like the teams, like what did they even call it? I don't even remember anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Teams.
Remember.
Was it teams?
What, when you pick the players, no?
No. Like when you were in like a group of people that Sean fucked Finster about.
Oh yeah. What was that?
What was that called? That sounded
clan
weird
or something. I don't know what they called it.
Finster. But it was what was that called? Surely somebody remembers.
That was during Copa America, because I remember being in Charlotte with Sean. Like,
the Euro. Yeah, for Euros.
Oh, it was the Euros.
Were they squads? That seems so boring now that I couldn't remember that. But anyway, like that was fun, but like, but it was Sean played Rivals and thought Rivals was an awesome game because he thought the rewards were going to be great.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what made Rivals fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, in order to make collecting really worth it, they have to make it possible to turn the digital cards into real cards. And a game mode like this could be a very good test. It's funny. I don't agree just because like I don't care about physical cards.
Physical. Put it this way, Robert. We're not even allowed to print off our own Sorare cards, technically. And we own them. So if that tells you anything about how hard that would be, then, you know, you might as well just end the conversation there, sadly.
Philly Dilly said, at the end of the day, if it's common mode, it's not common. It's not common. With even an incredibly low chance of winning market credits, money, whatever, it can't be all bad.
No, I don't think it's bad. It's just like, you know, putting so much... and, you know, there has to be a, you know, a sort of a game at the bottom to funnel people into the real game. Ultimately, they haven't had it right, like Laird said. That's why they've, you know, axed everything they've done previously. Nothing's worked, you know, to the degree they'd maybe want them to. But at the same time, I don't even know how I was going to go with that. I was completely lost my train of thought when Rickelman said that FC Mobile apparently made 130 million revenue. That just threw me. What was I going to say?
But like, look at the number of people who play FIFA, and the number of people who have even heard of Sorare.
Kids play FIFA. Lots of kids, like so many kids. It's insane. Like we're comparing apples to oranges again. Sadly, like I just can't make the comparison. If we're not even able to scoop, like to use those numbers because they're just like we said, we don't know what the age thing is, but let's just say you have to be 18 to play this game, the set. You can just disregard any comparisons with FIFA, sadly, because they have lots of kids playing.
Yeah, I think there are more adults playing FIFA than I mean, there are way more adults playing FIFA than there are playing Sorare.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say there's way more kids, less kids playing FIFA than adults.
No.
Like, yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying there are still millions of people who have an actual job with an income that play FIFA.
Right, they play FIFA. No, for sure. 100%. 100%.
But I think I don't know. I when the game launches, I can't figure out if I will play or not.
I mean, you know, every new shiny thing that they bring out, you know, naturally we are just going to probably dabble in it. But it's more about like, are we going to continue playing it? Is probably the bigger question, which we don't know. But that's what they want. They don't want people to just to play it like for a week and just sack it off unless they're going to go into the main game.
Yeah, like I hide all common stuff on mine. So like when that launched and everyone did the collections, I have no idea what people are talking about. Daniel said, I think we shouldn't call Pro, quote, the real game. If people do come in to play sets, it wouldn't be great having people being maybe unintentionally condescending about it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm not sure I'm going to not do that. Am I the only person that actively hates doing anything Sorare on mobile? I will wait until I'm at the PC. Always wonder if I'm in the minority when Sorare go on about mobile first. It's funny you say that, Yorkie. I use Sorare on my on Chrome mobile instead of using the app. Part of that is because the market is unusable, literally unusable on the app. But I find the app to be I would almost hope that they launch a new app for Sorare Set.
Yeah, that would be interesting. 100%.
Didn't they do that for Rival?
I thought they did.
Didn't the mobile app launch with Rivals?
Yeah, that could be.
Built it out.
So I remember seeing it used to say Sorare Rivals, didn't it? Like the little icon, I'm sure.
Yeah. I find the mobile app, and I'm on Android, so I don't know if that matters, but I find the mobile app almost unusable.
It's not great, but I will say, like on my iPhone, like I can, if someone's made me an offer or something, I can go into my notifications and it'll like take me to like somewhere where I can reject, where I can like reject or accept the offer. Whereas before I had to like you said, just play it on Chrome basically. No, did we lose me or Ledinho or both?
The idea of just giving them revenue for was just enough to kick
Made
us
us
off.
disintegrate.
Yeah. It all depends how much the gems are. If you can open a pack with £1, I can see it being easy to bring people in. I watched most of the live yesterday, but I'm not sure I quite understand what this new game mode is. I feel I'm going to like it because of the collecting aspect. I agree.
I do want, not that this really matters that much, but I do wonder genuinely how many people would like, that have like played common right now. If there was no carrot of market credits at the end, I really do wonder how much that percentage sort of evaporates. Like let's call it, let's just say 3,000 people play common right now, and they're like farming these credits. How many of those would have played if there was no carrot at the end? I'd be really interested to know. Because at that point, then you're not playing for the collection; you're playing for the carrot, right? Like,
I would guess 99% of people would stop playing.
right? Okay, that's fine. As long as people are willing to admit that, I'm quite happy.
What I'm willing to say. Jarl. I only play Sorare on my phone, which is wild. But I've never used the app. Only Chrome. Also on Android app. Was always a pain to use. Yeah. I wouldn't bother with common without the credits.
That's fair. Yeah. No, I'm sure that's the case.
So is a $1,000 top prize enough for you to play Sorare Set? Or $100 a couple times?
Yeah.
Or
I'm sure it will for
bunch of
people.
gems to open some packs to maybe get a special edition that you could sell one day.
Like the numbers don't even like, in the sense that like, if that number was 10,000, I still don't think I'd be any more interested in playing. If you know what I'm saying. Like I don't think the number changes things for me because I can try and win those type of numbers on a weekend anyway. I know it's not targeted for me. I'm just talking about like us Sorare Pro players in general. Like the number doesn't like even if it said 100, I don't. Again, whether it said 100, 1,000, or 10,000, it's still equally as hard. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head, I'm just
saying that before. Like the 1,000 doesn't matter. It could be $1 million, and like
it could be $1 billion. Genuinely, yeah. Like it doesn't almost make any difference for me. Genuinely, it's more the fact that like I'm just am I willing to put in the time to try and, well, yeah, not even to try and do anything. Just like we've always said though on sorry, I know this is a little tangent, but well, I've always kind of said that like there's just not much to do really in the grand scheme of things. Like you set lineups twice a week, yeah, you can scout and stuff, and yeah, that can take hours if you want to go really in depth. Fine. But I do think like them bringing out something like this, which is daily, it's not confined by game weeks and stuff, is really interesting. You remember we used to say like you want people on the app as much as possible, right? I remember that being like a conversation topic, like a topical thing in just in content. Like you want people on this app as much as possible. Before, when Sorare Data existed, no one was on Sorare ever, and I mean ever, right? Because you could make your lineups over there when we had the export button and stuff. Obviously, to buy a card, fine. That's the only reason, really, there was a reason to get on Sorare. So it's going to be interesting because, yeah, if this game is really successful from like a time zapping, perspective, like how much time, how much consumption can they get out of people, being on this app all the time? It could be pretty interesting. It could. And then my wife plays all these mobile games, like solitaire games and stuff, and you have to buy gems, or you don't have to, but gems help. Like gems always help in games. Like it's just a thing. And she does play a lot of it. Like I'm sure. Like I'm not a game. Like I don't play any games, so I'm not really like in this world.
Same.
Like I've played mobile games before. Like I know what they are. Like, but I'm not addicted, or I don't have a game on my phone at all. Not by like, oh my god, I want to be this sort of like, I don't know, wherever. Like I'm better than you type of person. Like at all. I lie. I do have one game. Me and my wife do play. It's called Play 9. It's like a golf. It's like a card game. I've never spent a penny. We just play against each other. It's like I don't even know what it's like. But anyway, yeah, that's the only thing I have on my phone. But going back to it, if Sorare can get people on this game, whether it's a separate app or whatever, great. People spending time on this game daily is a really interesting thing. I really do think so. Where right now you don't need to play. You could log on a Tuesday morning and a Friday morning and quite comfortably get by in the Pro version.
Mike says I should get Laird to start playing.
That could be interesting. Lairdito shorts,
If he, yeah,
playing
if
sets.
that's an interesting one. I wonder if he can play.
Well, that's the thing. Like, yeah, what is the age thing? Because that does kind of change things in certain ways and stuff.
Philly Dilly said, I think it depends on what you pull in the first week or two. If you grab a Yamal
Yeah.
or a Pickford, some gems might be in my future.
And then we'll get like gem gift cards and stuff. All sorts are gonna happen. So is Moonin.
He's in,
Wow, Ledito's already in.
or I'll play. You'll find out.
Yeah. Because yeah, I obviously like I said, I didn't really watch it yesterday, but did Tolkien not mention anything age-wise? Because that's a big thing, I think. That either tells me like the assumption is like it's 18 plus. That would be my assumption. The fact that he's not mentioned anything. Because if he was like, we wanna, and I know
mean,
it's
there's no
tricky.
way they're building a game for a bunch of 16-year-olds. So, like,
2 years later they're buying their first NFT. Like.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
If kids are allowed to, buy Fortnite fucking V-Bucks, whatever they're called, why can't they buy gems on Sorare? I want a good argument.
So
Well,
I
they
agree
can't
with
win
this.
money on
Like,
Fortnite.
I imagine the usual Sorare account rules
Yeah,
apply,
for
but you're
sure.
right about the V-Bucks thing. Unless you're not supposed to buy V-Bucks either, and everybody's done.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Do
Oh,
we
maybe
think
that's.
anyone
We'll
wins
know
the
we made it.
$1,000?
We'll know we made it when you can go to like the grocery store and there's like a gift card for Sorare gems.
That I can't wait to walk into Target one day and see Sorare or just Sorare gems. Like,
Sorare gems.
I'll know we've made it when that happens.
XP is difficult to understand, but they will pay the $1,000 in Solana or
Half in ETH, half in Sol. That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
Yes. But that's their disclaimer for everything. Rewards may be offered in cash, Solana, ETH, or other digital assets of equivalent value.
Yeah, that's always been there.
Yeah. I feel like we just started, but I feel like, but unfortunately, I have to go.
Yeah, you're on a time constraint. So
I'm very much on a time constraint. It's been a mess of the day. And so, yeah. Speaking of Sorare streams, there might be one tomorrow.
Who knows?
Who knows? Hopefully. So stay tuned for that. Thanks everyone for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. If you are interested in joining Harry's YouTube community, the link is in the description of this video. Check that out. There's also a link for the Laird Social Club. That is my Patreon. So if you want to support some content creators, that's the way to do it. Good luck to everybody as they anxiously await when the winter set launches.
Can't wait. Come on.
I'm going to try. Maybe it'll be my mission to get Harry to play. I won't be playing, but maybe he will. And Mike, I believe Sorare Andrews is going to be Friday this week.
Ooh.
Where I might have to teach Andy about Sorare Set also. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Don't forget to go outside.